Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your hosts El and Lisaboo, and welcome to Project Metal's podcast number Project Metal Music's podcast Monday edition number 88. Can you believe it's been we're on to number 88, Lisa?
Mm. Time flies.
Oh no, I know it does, especially when you're having fun, especially when
Yeah.
you bring absolutely a load of brilliant bands to the
Yeah.
channel. So yeah, so bit of a grift first to kick off the show. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you are a subscriber, make sure you are subscribed because uh, YouTube has been nefarious. They like being, they're like sort of like kicking people off channels. It's not just this one; it's all the channels that's been that is on YouTube. So make sure that you are subscribed and yeah, and hit and spunk that like. We do like a good spanking round here of the like. So yeah, spunk the like, spunk it hard. So yeah, and yeah, share, comment, and all the good jazz. And if you like the bands that we discuss here, go check them out. And yeah, and come back and say, oh yes or no, because not everybody will like everything that we showcase here. So it's fair enough. People have different tastes, and yeah, yeah. So, and if you are in a band and you want to be showcased on the show, drop us a message, drop us a comment down in below, and say, yeah, oi, El, Lisaboo, can you check this band? I'm in the band. Check us out, and we will. And if you know of a band and you want us to take a listen to the band, just drop us, like I said, go down below, check out, drop a comment and say, oi, El, Lisaboo, check this band out. I think you might like them. So yeah, please do. It's yeah, it helps with yeah. So
Yeah, it helps
and
us
we
know what you like and what more of the viewers like, so we can bring more of that on to the channel. So
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So yeah. Oh, and don't forget, check out Lisaboo's store on Etsy at Boo the Bell X Studio. She's got some amazing stuff over there. So yeah, and she has stuff there that fits everybody's budget. So check her out. She's absolutely brilliant. She's got some amazing stuff there. Anything from little statues to little Buddhas and what's the called? What they're called? The little um, obelisks
yeah,
to uh, pendants to brooches to bracelets to necklaces to dream catchers, everything you can actually think of. She's even got like a little um, what they're called, the little sphere ones, the sphere, uh,
yeah, spheres. Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, I just couldn't think there. And so she's got geodes as well on there as
yeah,
well.
they're super cool. Yeah, if you like sparkly things, geodes, they're amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think one of them is amethyst one. I think it's the
yeah,
amethyst one there.
yeah,
That looks really nice, really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You'll have to let me know what you like.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
birthday's coming up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You have
There's
to
a
let me
couple of
know.
things. Yeah, I've been sort of like perusing your store, and there's a couple of things that I've got my eye on. So yeah, I'm looking at them, and should I? But I want to sort of like get a few things, if you know what I mean. Obviously I want to put an order in at some point, but I'm trying to decide what I want, if you know what I mean. There's a
Yeah.
few there. There's a few things. There's a few things there I do like. I know. See, I want to put an order in where it's worth your while, if you know what I mean. Excuse me. So
I like doing custom orders too, right? So because
yeah,
sometimes with Etsy, depending on the shipping, um, instead of paying like so much money, I'll put everything together in one shipment, and then you know it's less for shipping. So
yeah,
I like doing that. So and I like making like if there's a bracelet that you like, I can do whatever you want as far as beads and stuff. So yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like yeah, um, yeah. Like I said, heading over to Boo the Bell X Studio over on Etsy, and yeah, see what you like, and yeah, message. Have you got a messaging service over on Etsy?
Oh
I didn't
yes,
see.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And you just have to ask, and I'll if there's any questions about anything, I'll get back to you right away. As far as
yeah,
measurements or anything, if there's a custom order, something that you like or would like, I'll get back to you right away. Yeah.
yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, heading over, and yeah, speak. Yeah, you said Lisa said there. There's a messaging service there,
Yep.
and yeah, and yeah. See what they can come up with, especially with like the custom stuff. So yeah, right, right, drift over. But yeah, let's move on to the main topic, which is rock and metal bands. So Lisa. The first band is a band from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Now, this band was sent over to me by one of my nephews, um, and some of you may know him. He was the original, one of the original hosts for Project Metal Music's podcast, and he called Sam, and yeah, he said he's still sort of like part of the channel, but he's got like other things going on. So he sort of like said, Uncle L, I've got a band here, a friend's band here called Aperture. Do you want? Can you give him a listen to? I says, okay, Sam, send it over. So so he sent over the Bandcamp link for um, their sort of like two-song EP called it's called "Long Live the New Flesh" and "Bound in Gold." So, Lisa, what is your thoughts about the band Aperture?
Um, when I first started listening, I was like, "Oh man, this is really creepy."
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys,
yeah,
but it was like, "Oh my goodness." Yeah, the intro is really creepy, and the face on the album is really ghoulish. So I was like, "Oh boy." is this going to be black metal? What is this going to be, right? It fit the album though, so
Yeah.
um, it's very raw, dark metal punk style music. Really, the drums were really heavy and had a lot of slap to them. Guitars were fast and furious. Vocals scream and raw. Bass and drums keep the pace really well. And I like the raw feel of the songs. Right, it wasn't like really. Um, you know how some bands it's so like smoothed out, and this is raw. This is like raw energy. This is raw music. I like that about it. I like the fast pace, and the transitions were really chaotic, but it fit the style of the band. It fit the style of the song. So it wasn't like a smooth transition throughout. It was just kind of chaotic and yeah, but it fit. It fit the style. And I said, oh, overall, really good band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Um, Pretty much the same, really. As basically said, decent start with the ominous music and the screams. The music kicks in. Drums are really cool and solid. There's a few little drum solos in there, which I liked. Sort of like there's some sort of like some little little sort of like little blast beats in there, but they're not
Yeah.
in your face, and they sort of like fit in well with the styling of the music. Um, the guitars are sort of like detuned and gritty, which is like also fits in with like the style of what they're going for. Um, Vocals are good. Seamus vocals are good. The bass badass. Um, on the second part of on the second part of the EP type thing, I loved the bass intro of the second part of the song. Um, Drums are good. Guitars solid and really really good. Some sweet little solos there. Um, Vocals are on point, and sort of like the second song is sort of like the transitions between like the fast paced and the slow parts of the song. I love the transitions between that, like that. So yeah, overall, I really like you, Lisa. Overall, I do like this. I do like the band. Do really do like the band, and yeah, yeah, solid band. So and yeah, from what they are, from what I've been told, they're a relatively new band. They've only been out for about a year, I think. I think. I could be wrong with that. Yeah, I could be wrong with that. Yeah, but yeah. So, what is your rating?
I actually gave 2 ratings because I rated the one and then I rated like because there was the 2 parts, right? And it's kind of because it says long live the new flesh, but then it says bound with gold, but they're played in reverse of that. It was bound with gold first, and then it was long live the new flesh. So
Yeah,
I gave the first part, the bound with gold, a 7.5, 7.5, and then the second part I gave an 8 because I really like the second long live the new flesh. I love
yeah,
just the way it flowed and that. So
yeah, yeah. Well, for me, overall, I give the band a 7.5 overall. Uh, but like you, I like the second part, the long live the new flesh, the second, which is the second part. Um, I'm sort of like leaning towards the 8 because I like the second one better
Yeah.
because of the transitions between the fast and the slow paced.
Yeah.
And
It
plus,
flowed. Yeah.
yeah, flowed better.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good thing there. And so yeah, and I'm hoping to get an interview with the band. So bear with us, guys. We've just like I said, we just started to like I sent over a message to the band, and I'm hoping to get word back hopefully. So watch this space for to get an interview with the band Aperture, and don't and the link to their Bandcamp page is down in the description below. So if you want to check them out, please do, and let us know. Let us know in the comments below. So going now. How do you want to do this, Lisa? Some of you may know I was at a gig yesterday, and do you want to do the gig review first, or do you want to go into the bands that you sent over?
Let's do the gig review first.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yes. Saturday night. Thankfully, I sort of like saw the post from the bed from a band that I've known for like since the inception, a band called Holy Grail, which is a dark wave sort of like punk, sort of like goths type of outfit, which is a husband and wife team called Steph McReeves and Elliot Reeves, and I've known Steph from a previous band, Pussy Willow Furry Venus. Some of you may know I've been following them for 8.5 years now. So yeah. So anyway, I saw a post from Holy Grail and said they're going to be playing at one of the local venues in Sunderland called the Museum Vaults. Um, so yeah, right. So I went. I went. So because I haven't managed to. I haven't seen Steph and Elliot for what good 10 months. Last time I saw them was at the personal at the do party. So I was like, thinking, you know what? I'm going. I need to see them. I need to see them. So yeah. Now there was three bands on. The headline act was Badger. The second act was Seizure, and the third act, the opening act, is Holy Grail. So I give you sort of like my rundown on the actual gig itself, and I've took some video footage of Holy Grail, and I sent those over to Lisa to actually to watch and have a listen. Then bring Lisa in to to get her thoughts on Holy Grail. So if I well like so as so the Holy Grail, the first act. Now, bearing in mind, I have seen this. I've seen the band perform quite numerous times over the last what 4 year, I don't know, 5 year, 5 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. And put it this way, energetic, passion. There's intensity, all that good jazz. They are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, well, they are, like I said, they are a dark wave punk, sort of like goth, sort of like electronica, but it is they. I know it's not like sort of like in keeping with the channel, but they've got like sort of like I said, they've got the goth and they've got the punk elements to the actual setup, and they go sort of like got the passion for it, and they did a couple of songs that quite a few songs, and it is absolutely amazing what they've done. And yeah, they've got the passion there, the energetic, the run. Steph was like sort of like running around in it. Yeah, okay, it might be the Museum Vaults is a small venue, a really small venue, and Steph was like sort of like attempting to run around in a small venue with a lot of people in the room, but people were loving it. You know what I mean? It's like everybody was jumping about. Everybody was, well, I wouldn't say not everybody was jumping about, but there was like people there who were getting.
I would be jumping. I would have been jumping up.
Uh, yeah, so they went from like they did like "Murder She Spoke," which is an absolutely amazing song. If you let me just get the grab the thing up. They did is like Murder She Spoke. There is a proper, full blown proper video to it over on their channel. Just grab the link. Um, so yeah, it's absolutely brilliant song, and it's absolutely brilliant hearing it live. Uh, uh, yeah, it also did Dog Dias, which is a Pussy Willow song, but the title's been reversed, and it's a Pussy Willow song called God Said. So if you want to watch the video, here's the link in the to Murder She Spoke. So watch that, and also like I said, they did Murder She Dog Dias. Let me just. I also filmed live, do a live video. Actually filmed um, Dog Dias at the Globe back in 2019, I believe. Um, yeah, 4 years ago. 4 years. Oh, five. Well, it's 5 years ago now. Uh, just grab the link. That's it there. Oh, that's actually me filming in that the Globe in Newcastle.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah. So I'll put the link in the in the chat there. So if you want to wrong. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's oh, just seeing him, just seeing Holy Grail performing live again. It was absolutely amazing watching them live. It is the passion. This is why I love seeing Steph perform live on stage, not only with their Pussy Willow or Pussy Willow Furry Venus or with their Holy Grail. she always brings the intensity. She always Bella's I've got theatre folk club, so
Sorry, guys. Just a bit of a to take a phone call. So make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. I'll let YouTube be stuff. So yeah, I was just talking about going to his gig with his friend. Um, so yeah. So yeah, very energetic. Holy Grail stuff is very energetic. Yeah, I wish I could have been there to watch. That would have been so fun to watch. Could tell it was a smaller venue. But yeah, it had a charm to it though because it was a smaller venue. Just watching it, you could tell it was like darker with the lights going. So yeah, it seemed like it was a fun set. Um, so yeah, very energetic. I probably would have been jumping up and down too. um, so yeah. So yeah, guys. If you're a band, want us to review any of your music, leave us a comment. If you guys are watching on the replay, hi, glad you're here. Yeah, if whatever music that you're liking, let us know. We can check them out and let you know what we think. So I think Elle's back now.
yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I'll try to take a phone call.
Yep, no problem.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't quite catch what you said about the Holy Grail part of the gig.
I said that I could tell that it was a smaller venue, but um, it seemed like a nice venue. Like even though it was smaller, the ambiance seemed good. Like it was with the lights and the lighting and that it was pretty cool with the lights and stuff. Darker kind of venue. Yeah, it seemed like it was a quaint, really good ambiance to it, even though it was
Yeah,
smaller. And I said I wished I would have been there because I would have been jumping up and down too.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What did you think of the Holy Grail, the Holy Grail themselves?
I said, wow, very energetic, very theatrical. Um, she had a lot, the vocals had I said, a very raw passion, raw energy. Um, I love the raw energy feel of the performance. And I like the EDM feel of the musical backing with her husband. Um, and she really put her heart into the performance, which I loved. She was just giving it, she was giving of herself, um, giving her energy, right? And you could feel it. Like if I was there, I probably, you feed off of that, right? You can feed off of it
Yeah,
and feel it and the energy, right? It gives you energy. So I would have loved it. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like I said, this is one of the reasons why I've been following Steph and her music career for 8.5 years now, because of because she's got the energy, she's got the passion, she's got the fire in her belly to actually do all this, to do it. She's she's not afraid to sort of like, how can I put
Put,
this?
put it out there.
Put it out there, yeah,
Yeah. I
in
could
many
feel
different
that.
ways.
Yeah, it was, I could feel it. It's a raw energy. It's just, and you can feel, at least I can feel it. I could feel it just watching it, and it was giving me like, I wanted to start jumping. Um, I love EDM. I love, like, because of that, because of the raw energy, because of the, the feeling of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
liked it.
Let me just grab get the one of the videos up. Where I can see. Um, bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Uh, oh, right. I don't have the on my phone. It's on my tablet at the minute. So, um, uh, right. Uh, I think I've got something on here. Let me just let me just uh, bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Um, yeah, it like I said, she's got the energy there. She has got the energy. Oh, that's bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's just a little snippet of Steph performing with. Obviously, I couldn't really do much because of with it being such a small venue. People were walking past where I was standing. I was practically on top of where they're performing. So, but the people still come walking past and everything.
Yeah,
But that's sort of like the yeah, sort of like the charm of of these small venues. You are more intimate with the band, if you know what I mean.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
get you can, the bands can see, yeah, basically to coin a term is the bands can see the whites of the eyes of the people of the fans being there, if you know what I
yeah,
mean. They can actually, you know what I mean. That's the beauty. uh, don't get us wrong, I've been to like the really small venues like Museum Vaults, and I've been to medium sized venues where they hold around about 300 to 500 people. And I've been into like the big arenas where they're talking about 30, 40, 50,000 people there. And I've been at big outdoor festivals where they hold about anything up to 80, 90,000 people.
yeah,
I prefer the small intimate venues, you know what I mean, where
yeah,
you can actually interact with the band and the band can interact with you. Because if you take a look at the Doug Dice video that I filmed at the Globe, Step comes up to us and actually puts her arm around us and looks at the camera and actually sings into the camera, sings into the camera. You know what I mean? That's what I like about these small venues
yeah.
where they can actually, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I love,
Well,
like I said,
it's the ambiance. It's the feel. It really does add to a performance, and you get that feel. You get that energy. That you get that, like, right there, and it's not like a mile away in some arena, some
yeah,
coliseum or whatever, where it's like on stage and so far away from you, where you're not getting that immediate energy, that immediate rush of, like, because it does, it feeds them the endorphins and stuff in your body. So yeah, yeah,
it it yeah it gives you the crowd feeds off the energy of the band, and the band feeds off the energy of the crowd in these small venues. Um, so yeah, this is one of the reasons why. Like I said, I've been to all different types of gigs over the years, going from the small venues to the big outdoor festivals. And I'm not taking anything away from these other venues and other like big venues or anything like that. But to me, it's sort of like it's these big venues are less personal
yeah,
than less personal, if
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah. Well, there's an intimacy with a smaller venue where you know, like the feel, right? It's an intimate thing, and it is a connection with the band. So it's yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. It's uh, like it's over the last since I've been starting to follow the smaller independent and unsigned bands over the last 10, 12 years. This is one of the reasons why I've sort of like stepped away from like the big bands such as Maiden and such as like the Maiden and Metallica and the Megadeths and the Slayers. Is because I want to get that sort of like intimate sort of like setting, if you know what I mean, where I
yeah,
want to sort of like be part of the show, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
And it's supporting that independent artist, that indie artist, where um, they need that support, they need that you know those people to be following and watching and that and it gives you, sorry, my phone's going off. it gives you um it gives you a good feeling knowing that you're helping and supporting somebody that really needs, you know, to have that to
yeah,
have that, right? So
yeah. Oh, good, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's like this, especially for the last, for me anyway, for the last 12 years. I wanted to, ever since really started doing stuff like this, is to support the unsigned and the independent bands and the independent musicians. Is because to me, these small independent bands and musicians are just as good, and in some cases even better than the signed bands. They just need to be and I just want I just want to sort of like help them out to bring us sort of like at least to a somewhat bigger audience.
yeah,
Whether it been when I was doing the radio show or doing this on YouTube, is to bringing them on, either doing a review for a written review for the Project Metal website, or bring them doing a review here on the channel, or bring them on to do an interview, just to get like if because my mission statement for Project Metal is if I can get at least one person to check them out, I've done my job. At least one person. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing it, is to support these unsigned bands. That's why I'm going to when I do get the time to go out and actually see these bands such as Holy Grail, to actually to bring sort of like my experience not only with the bands and the music, but the venues as well. Because it's not just like supporting the bands. It's
Yeah.
also supporting the venues as well.
Yeah. That's
Because
right.
if you haven't got if you don't support the grassroots venues, such as the Museum Vaults, such as Trillions, where are these bands? Where are these bands and grassroots bands and musicians going to play? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And yeah, it's giving them the support, but it's giving the people that are, like you say, the venues and stuff, the support as well, which is, it's hand in hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It's like with yesterday when I went into. Is it granted they had like a cover door cover, which was £6. I don't mind paying that. I don't mind paying £6 because I know for a fact that I was going to get like a good show. I know I was going to get a good show from the bands, from the artists. So, because the two of the three bands that I've seen before, I've interviewed Holy Grail and I've interviewed Badger. So and I know that they were going to sort of like give a good show. So I said, right, screw it, I'm going. £6. I'm supporting the bands with the cover charge. And I thought when I was in the venue, I've got myself a couple of drinks. I don't drink alcohol. I've been sober for 6.5 years now, but I've got myself a couple of soft drinks like Coca-Cola, and I know for a fact that that money what I spent at the bar is going towards the bar to keep the doors open to support the local venue to support the local bands.
yeah, 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 and it's so important.
Yeah.
The smaller venues really need that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, right. The second artist on the gig. Now, the guy who said the second act on the gig was Seizure. Now, totally not my cup of tea whatsoever. And I know there are people out there who do like rap. Don't get us wrong. It's down to everybody's own personal taste, but it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine. Decent enough performer, decent enough singer, decent enough. But after the first song, I'd give him a chance. I've given the opportunity to sort of like to sort of like say yeah. And after the first song, I said no, sorry, not my thing. I just went out and went into the out back and spoke to a couple of people, and yeah, I said sorry, guy, sorry, dude, no, it's not my thing. So I know, like I said, I know there's people out there who do like rap, and yeah, fair enough. I'll hold my hands up, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Not for me. So yeah, I when I was in the when I was actually in the venue watching the first song, I know there were people there who actually do like them, and they were actually sort of like supporting them, which is like I said, it's down to them. It's that's what they like. So I'm not saying anything negative about them. It's just like it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And so the next, the main act. Now Badger, like I said, I've seen them before. I've actually interviewed them, and so yeah. Last time I saw them was back in 2019, and yeah, they were sort of like a bit like Holy Grail, a bit like Holy Grail electronica, EDM, sort of like somewhat goth, somewhat punk. Um, but this time they introduced Simeon, the main guy on the decks and everything, introduced the trombone to the repertoire, and I was like thinking, okay, this is new. Now I've been told that it's been in the repertoire in the part of the set for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, okay, this is going to be interesting. And it was, to a degree, it was interesting, but it was sort of like in a live setting, it was sort of like, I wouldn't say cringe, but it was interesting. But overall, it's just like it was good. The budget was good, and yeah, they've got a lot of energy. They've got a lot of energy. They've got like the main guy. I can't remember his name. Sorry, dude. But it was good overall. It was good. It was good. So yeah, overall the gig was about. If I, for like I said, if it wasn't for the second guy, my sort of like rating it would have been higher. But overall, it was about a good 8 out of 10. A good 8. But like I said, I'm not throwing any shade or any crap at Seja. It's just it wasn't my thing. So it wasn't my thing. So it would have been higher if it was. It would have been higher. But yeah, overall, a good gig. Overall. So yeah, yeah, that's my sort of like little gig review of the gig at the Museum Vault in Sunderland. If you're wondering where it is, it's just literally a stone's throw from the Empire Theatre in Sunderland and the Minster, because Sunderland is a city and it's got its own Minster. So yeah, it's well suited. That's another thing about when I go to these gigs. How easy is it to get to and from public transport? I don't drive. I use public transport, and that's also what I look at when I go to a venue. How easy is it? How close is it to local transport, public transport? And it is well serviced with by uh, buses, the metro, which is like railway, and the train station. You're talking about 10-minute walk from the train station, about a 5-minute walk um, from the metro, and there's bus stops just around the corner. A couple of minute walk, literally couple of minutes walk from the bus stop. So there's plenty, and also it's also well serviced by taxis as well. So, and there's literally 2 hotels within what within a 2-minute walk of the 2-minute walk of the actual venue as well. So if like we keep saying at the end of the show, don't drink and drive. don't drink and drive. It's a stupid move. Yeah, like I said, when I do these gigs, recover these gigs. I always make sure I know where all the public transport. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry about
Bless you. Bless you.
that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so like I said, I always make sure I know where the public transport is, where the local hotels. Well, I wouldn't say local hotels, but I always make sure that I know where the public transport is. So yeah, like I said, check out if you're in Sunderland and you want to go and see a live gig, live show. And if I know there's a couple of shows coming up at the museum vaults, like I said, it's well serviced by public transport. You can within a 10-minute walk, 10-minute radius, you can get to bus stops, metro station, and the train station and the taxi rank. So yeah. So there's no excuses of drinking and driving.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Have a friend. Like if you know somebody, have a friend. Get you.
Yeah,
Just, yeah. Yeah. Figure it out. Just don't do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, like I said, when I do this, when I go to a gig and do a gig review, it's not just the bands that I review. It's the venue and the public transport as well. How easy is it to get to the public to get a bus, a metro, or a train, or a taxi? How easy is it? And that's the thing with like a lot of venues in Sunderland. You're not that far away from bus stop or the metro or a taxi or the train. It's all so yeah, yeah. Right, moving on to the rest of the show. Right, right. Gorgeous Lisa here sent over three bands. The first one, the three bands are Nature Pleads Revenge. I'm just checking my notes here. Black Smoke Trigger, and let me see. And the band that we featured before on the show a couple of weeks ago, Force of Mortality. So let me see, just get my phone back into the right place. So the first band that Lisa sent over, I should say, is Nature Pleads Revenge and their song Marrow. So, do you want to start with this one there, Lisa?
Sure. Sure. They're a Canadian band. They're from Ottawa, Ontario. They're metalcore, mellow death, I guess they call themselves, band. Yeah, the song Marrow. It, uh, they are a true metalcore band, which I like. It started with hard drums, fast beat, guitars, and then deep vocals came in with like a screaming style. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I love the style of the band. So deep lyrics, like as in uh, deep in thought, like when you think about things, right? It's deep lyrics. Um, and it says, "I'm standing anyway." Um, yeah, I like lyrics that have a meaning. Like if you go through things and you're standing anyway, I like that in the lyrics. I really like the guitar solos and the drums really kept the beat. The end was super cool and different. The drums and guitar came in with vocal thing. You got to bite into the marrow, which is a little bit harsh, but I thought it was cool. Yeah, impressive bands. I said, go check them out. Got to
Yeah,
bite.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Right, right. Yeah. For me, I like this band. I really do like this band. I like the sort of like the sort of like the nature thing. Their part start of the song with the bird call and the I think it was a wolf in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, I was I think yeah, nice little touch that. Um, Loved then the sort of like the band starts off with like with really some really cool guitars, drums, and then the vocals coming in. Throughout for me throughout the song, there's some amazing guitars there. There's some really cool stuff like the really cool sort of like the transitions between the staple of the guitars to like some of the solos. Yeah, what the guitars did. Drums were absolutely brilliant on this. Same with the bass. I was like, yeah, yeah. Um, with the vocals for me, I love the transition between sort of like the clean singing and the growl. I really like that. So far, I really like that. Really like that. Uh, Sort of like getting to the bass. That what really makes me like the song is the bass line running through it, running through the song, and the bass was just like solid as hell throughout the song. Same with the like another factor for me when I listen to a song is the drums as well. If the bass and the drums work well together, and sort of like the with this song Marrow, it was like both of them worked really well on this song, and they sort of like they kept everything together, everything together for the song, and the vocalist and the guitarist were sort of like um, sort of like knew that we got a good drummer and a good bassist, sort of like they can play off that solid um, footing, if you know what I mean. They can actually say, yeah, we can do something with this, and they did, and they sort of like it was a brilliant brilliant song. So yeah, so Lisa, what was your rating of this of the song and the band?
I at first I gave them an 8, and then I was kind of leaning more to an 8.5, but it's a solid 8 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mine's a bit, little bit lower, a 7.5, because this was like the first song that I listened to them. Um, so, but for me, when I come to think of when I was like when I listened to it again, um, I was like I was starting to sort of like starting to lean towards an 8. I was starting to lean towards an 8 of to because of like as an overall picture of the song. But it's just sort of like it's definitely for me a definite 7.5. with the possibility going sort of like leaning, starting to lean towards Nate.
Yeah. Yep. They're a good band. They're a really good band. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So, so guys, every band, obviously except for the gig review, every band that we talk about here, that we're actually reviewing, all the links are in the description below. So go check them out, please. Go check them out. They are absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. So the next band. Now, I did a little bit of research because I did a full blown review for this next band. Um, the next band is called. No, the band is is called. God, I can't talk today. Called a Black Smoke Trigger. From what I understand, they are from New Zealand.
Yeah.
So, hello, New Zealand. The song is called Perfect Torture. So now like I said, I did a full blown review of this, and I give you. Do you want me to start off with this one?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'll give you a little snippet of my review. If you want to check out the review, go over to Project Metal Music. Uh, Project Metal Music.wordpress.com, and you can read it there. Um, so my little snippet is now I loved the use of the acoustic guitar right at the beginning. It's a little bit of a smattering through the song, and at the end, in the outro, really loved that. Really loved it. I also loved the guitars, the drums, and everything about this song. So, if you want to, so that's my little snippet of the actual song. So, if you want, like I said, if you want to read the full review of this, uh, God, I can't think it today, of the Black Smoke Trigger. I'm putting it in the chat now. So if you want to read it, please do. So, Lisa, what are your thoughts about this band?
I started off with the same. I love the acoustic guitar. Well, you know how much I love acoustic guitar. Yeah, it started with the acoustic guitar, and then the amazing vocals came in. I love his voice. So good. It gets heavier. The song gets heavier, and the transitions are really good, which I enjoyed. The drums came in and really good guitar riffs, strong vocals. Really like this band. In the video, rain starts and like a storm, they are playing in. They were playing their music in. It ends with soft vocals and a man and a woman holding each other. And so yeah, I love the name of their band. I love that Black Smoke Trigger. So yeah, the lyrics were basically about perfect torture, about a relationship and people, you know. So
Yeah,
so yeah, listen to the lyrics and so yeah. So
yeah,
yeah.
it's that's the thing. It's sort of like with the lyrics, the sort of like talks about sort of like sings about the about a relationship and relationship between two people and being being sort of like how can I put this, being in a relationship about sort of like it's been like being torture. if you know what I mean.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
like sort of like it's 1 minute you can if you sort of like aware, you sort of like you're being taught you want to be in the arms of the other person type of thing. But if you're in the arms of the other person, you sort of like you need to be aware. You need to get away from that. It's sort of like it's sort of like it's hard to explain, but it's
I
sort of
thought
like
I thought the rain and the storm was like a metaphor for like their relationship. It was like a
yeah,
stormy relationship,
yeah, yeah,
right? It
yeah,
was like it
yeah,
was like they wanted to be together, and then it was like really dramatic, and then all of a sudden the storm came in, and it was like this stormy relationship, and then they at the end it was like the storm passed, and they were just standing there with all this stuff like around and like holding each
yeah.
other. But then yeah, it's like this. They went through the
It's
storm.
yeah, it's sort of like it's sort of like metaphorically sort of like having sort of like some problem and sort of like they wanted, like I said, they wanted to be together, but they're sort of like having sort of like it was sort of like torture, like the name suggests, the perfect torture. It's sort of like yeah, guys, watch the video to understand what we're all about. Uh, it's the link to the video is actually in the description there. So please go check this band out. Go check out Black Smoke Trigger and the song Perfect Torture to actually understand what we're trying to say. It's sometimes it's hard to describe
Yeah.
certain things. So yeah,
Yeah, I like that about it, where it was like a metaphor, and you had to like think about it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Lisa, Lisa. What did you give this rating to? What rating did you give the band?
At first I was like 7.5, but then I listened to it like 4 times, and it kind of grew on me to more of a solid 8. Um, so yeah, it was like 7.5 to an 8, but more of an 8, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Uh, for me, when I first heard of it, when I first listened to the song, I was sort of like when the acoustic guitar came in and the
Yeah.
guy's vocals, I was like, oh right, okay, you got my attention. I sort of like looked up and I was like, right, okay, you got. I was like, oh right, okay, where's this going? And it was sort of like went through the like then everything kicked in. I was like, oh right, okay, now you got my attention. And I was like, when I listened to when I let the song play, I was like, I wasn't looking at the video, I was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just listening. I was like, because I didn't want to officially so I didn't want to officially be interrupted by whilst listening to the music to the actual music.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this isn't it. I saw it yet. I was like, okay. But when I listened to it about 2 or 3 times, like altogether, I think I listened to it about 3 times, and I was like, okay, it's a 9. It's a
Oh
9.
wow.
It's a 9.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
his
like,
voice. His voice reminded me kind of a bit like Daughtry. Um, his voice is amazing. He has an amazing voice.
oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I can. That kind of that surprises me. Yeah,
yeah,
but they're really really good. So um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Uh, uh, when I listened for the third when I listened to a third for the third time, I took everything in, if you know what I mean. I literally took everything in, and I was just like, okay, okay, he got my attention now. I was like, that's when I said it's a 9 because it's everything
Yeah.
about the vocals, the drums, the bass, the guitars, whether it be electric or acoustic, the actual video, the shoot. Obviously, they put a lot of time and effort into this song, a lot of time and effort, and they knew, and they was like, oh, okay, it's a definite 9. It's a definite 9 for me now. It started out as an 8, but it's a 9 now.
Cool. That's cool. They're really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, they are, they are,
Yeah.
yeah. Now the next band, Force of Mortality, and their song "We Are Your Nightmare." Now we've featured Force of Mortality. Now I sort of like now initially I came across this band over on Twitter. Sorry, Elon, I will never call it X because that sounds like a naughty site. So don't come at me because I don't care. Yeah, I sort of like because they started following me over on Twitter, and I checked them out and see what they were about, and that's when we initially started. Like initially, I think it was about 4 weeks ago now. About 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Something about that.
So,
Yeah.
Lisa sent over another song which came out around about 8 days ago.
Yeah.
The song "We Are Your Nightmare." So, what is your initial, what is your thoughts about this? About the band and the song?
Uh, well, it's from the album The Abyss, which came out on the 20th of May. So, um, yeah, I wanted, like, when we featured them before, but I wanted to hear more of their music, and they came up on my feed, right? So it was like, oh, they have this one came out, so it's like, all right, and I wanted to feature them. So yeah, really strong drums and guitars. Vocals are deep and strong. Really cool lyrics. Awesome guitar solos. Visually, the video was really cool. With fire in the clouds and like nightmarish visuals. Um, I really like this band. So yeah, I wanted to feature them again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing, guys. That sometimes we do sort of like revisit bands, especially if we haven't say like Lisaboo said there that she wanted to like check out more of Force of Mortality's songs, and yeah, and we gladly do that because we want to see the progression of these bands. So yeah, and Force of Mortality is a good band, a really good band. So yeah, so my thoughts are uh, really good intro with the flames crackling in the background, and then the guitars kick in. Love them, love the guitars with the sort of like aggression.
Yeah.
Um, Drums are absolutely brilliant. Really strong, really strong. The drums are really strong on this one. Um, Let me see the vocals solid as hell, solid. Sort of like the vocals are sort of like fitting with the the style of the song.
Yeah.
I really like that. The bass strong as hell, really strong. Really work well with with the drums there. Some really cool guitar solos, properly cool. And yeah, the visuals with the with this sort of like skeletal, like zombified bikers on there.
Yeah.
Sort of like like the name suggests, like the song title, "We Are Your Nightmare." Sort of like give like they said that like a nightmarish type of vibe to it.
Yeah.
To the lyric video, and to me, it's sort of like it was like sort of like a cross between sort of like thrash punk, like sort of like sort of like sort of like a Mad Max type vibe to it, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. Apocalyptic kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
especially with considering you've got the four horsemen of the apocalypse actually appearing in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. It was like apocalyptic, like okay, nightmare fuel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh god, yeah, yeah. Like I said, yeah, it's a like for force morality, for force of mortality. Big thumbs up for me. Big thumbs up. So yeah, like for me overall the song is absolutely brilliant. Overall. So Lisa, what is your rating of this band and song?
Strong 8.5. I really like them. I really like this band. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Especially for the drums and the guitars. Those guitar solos, oh my goodness. I really enjoyed them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really good. For me, for me, it's slightly higher. It's a nine.
Oh wow.
Another nine.
Cool.
The band is really starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
Really starting to grow on me. So
Yeah. Yeah. Those drums and guitars, oh my goodness. I was just like, wow.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
good, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah, force of mortality. Big thumbs up. And yeah, I need to get these guys on. I need to get these guys on to do an interview. Really need to, really need them to get to come on and do an interview to do the yeah, really good band, really good band.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And we may
so
feature some more.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's like you never know what's going to. That's the thing. That's the beauty with these podcasts. You never know what's going. You never know what bands we're going to feature. You never know who's going to show up doing a guest, being a guest host. You never know. You never know what's going to. You never know what's going to be. So
Yeah.
yeah, we basically went from sort of like hard rock through to sort of like metalcore to death metal, black metal type of thing.
Yeah.
And we chucked in a couple of a little bit of rap and some EDM.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
never know.
Well, when we first started doing the Saturday night, I was sending you over like death metal, black metal, and you were like, "What kind of girl are you?" I got
Yeah,
a chuckle out of that. It was just, oh, it was so
yeah,
funny to me. I'm
yeah.
like,
Um,
I like
I
all
was
kinds
like,
of music. What can I say?
yeah, I wasn't shocked, but I was pleasantly surprised when he started to send over some black and death metal. I was like, okay, okay. I was like, okay. I was like,
Not many. There's a few of us diehards, a few of us metal ladies out there that that enjoy it.
yeah. I was initially I was thinking that could Lisaboo could be a keeper. I was like, then in the next second I was like, yes, she is. She is definitely a keeper. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That,
That and I'm a geek
uh,
too. So what can I say? Oh, I'm a proud geek.
yeah. 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 Geek, nerd,
Yeah.
bookworm, loves the hard, loves the metal, loves the rock. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah. And this because she was sending over the like the more the metal and rock and metal and the more, especially of the more of the extreme side. And this is one of the reasons why I invited her on onto the podcast, doing the podcast, because I basically want her perspective on all things music. So so
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and yeah, I would love to see more women, more of the female perspective. So guys, if you know any like more of the more if you know any women who want to sort of like give their perspective, please come in, share it out, share the stream out, share this, say, oh, I know you like your rock and metal. Come over and watch Project Metal. We uh, we we don't care who. We are all inclusive. We don't care
Yeah.
who you are, what you are, what planet you're from. We don't care. As long as you yeah. So yeah, we don't
You know
care.
what came to my mind right away? Men are from Mars.
Yeah,
Women are from
women,
Venus.
Venus.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I said, we don't care what you are, who you are, what color of skin you are. We don't care. We just want fucking. If you've got, as long as you're respectful, and
Yeah.
yeah, we don't care. We just want. We just have a like basically we just want to have a laugh, have a bit of fun, listen to music, read books, watch movies, listen, watch a bit of TV series, bit of you know what I mean. We discuss. That's all we want. Have a good fun discussion, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So share it out.
yeah.
More
Share the
people we
stream.
can
Share,
get. Yeah, the more
yeah,
people we can get to come and get their perspective, then the better.
yeah, yeah. And like we keep saying, every band that we showcase here is not for everybody. It's not for everybody, which is fair enough. Some people like rock, like the softer side of rock. Some people like the more of the extreme side of metal, like such as black and death metal, which is and yeah,
That's why we want people to share what they're listening to, because then we can have a gauge of what your interests are, what bands you're listening to, and hey, maybe we haven't heard of them. Maybe we they went through the cracks, so we just didn't see them before. Um, so yeah, we just want other people's opinions and other people's bands that they're listening to, so then we know. what more to review, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like with Lisa. She sent bands over that I've never heard of, and I've sent when I was doing the video show, and she started coming to the onto the station of Digital Revolution Radio. Good station, by the way. They support massively with the independent and unsigned bands. So go over to digitalrevolutionradio.com. They support and listen to damn good music there. Yeah, like I said, Lisaboo came in, started coming onto the digital to listen to Project Metal Across the Pond with me, Alien. Hello. And yeah, so she you Lisa, Lisa, you can tell stuff like yeah, it's like she never really heard most of the bands that I was playing, and so
Yeah. A lot
and
of the bands, like, they just fall through the cracks, especially being, I'm from Canada, so, and L's in the UK. So, a lot of the bands that they feature there, we don't get a lot of the bands here. So yeah, like certain stations that I listen to, like were basically went with, um, like you were saying before, like the Megadeth, the Metallica, the Slayer, the Ozzy, like the mainstream bands, right? And we wouldn't hear indie bands or bands that were independent because they wouldn't be playing them because people weren't asking because they weren't hearing these bands. And then when I was hearing these bands, I sought them out. I listened to them. Fortis Ventus, all the bands that you showed me, and I listened to them, and they're amazing. Like, and I had never heard of them. So yeah.
yeah, that's the beauty of listening to independent radio, especially the independent internet radio. They're not restrictive. They sort of like yeah, that's the beauty of listening to Digital Revolution Radio. The boss
And I
of
had never heard of them. I had never heard of it either
yeah,
until I
yeah,
started following, and it was like cool.
yeah, yeah. That's just yeah. I've the station's been in existence since 2007, and the station owner, the gorgeous Sandra, um, basically pretty much 99.99% of the time um, gives the DJs free rein. Obviously, it's a rock and metal station playing rock and metal, but it also gives. The only stipulation is they've got to play certain things throughout the show whilst you're live, and but the rest of the time she gives you free rein to play what you want. Do what segments you want to do, what band she gives you free rein to what bands to play. It could be like sort of like you might throw in say for instance when I was doing the radio, I was doing a 6 hour show. The vast majority of the time I was playing independent and unsigned bands, but usually what used to happen was um, the last hour I sort of like give over to doing requests and playing sometimes play the like the Black Sabbaths, the Zeppelins, the Deep Purples, you know, that type of thing where people want to hear. Sometimes, so I know sometimes people want to hear the the classics, if you know what I mean. Like I said, the Sabbaths, the Deep Purples, Zeppelins, Alice Cooper's stuff, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's that's the thing with like Digital Revolution Radio. They Sandra, hey up Sandra, how you doing? Hope you're all right. Love. So yeah, it's one of this. That's the thing. That's the beauty. This is one of the reasons why I love Digital Revolution Radio. The the variety of shows on there. There's something for every. There's something for everybody on that on the station. So there's 20 odd live DJs there, and yeah, it's yeah, like I said, it's for every. There's something for everybody on that station. Whether you be like if whether you like I said earlier, whether you like the softer side of rock, going all the way up to like I said, black and death metal. There's always something there, something for you.
Yeah. And if
And
I if somebody
yeah,
asked us to review or that they liked a certain song or whatever, be it soft rock, be it that we'd review it, right? We would
oh
we
yeah,
would review it. Um so yeah, because Chris gave us those bands, and we reviewed.
yeah.
So yeah,
Him and Sabaton,
yeah. So
and yeah, Kurisugi Randall-san. Hey up, Chris, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're all right. And yeah, it's like this is the beauty of this of the setup with this doing the podcasts is that like we said earlier, get back to the point. This there are bands that I've sent to Lisa. She hasn't doesn't even never even heard of, and there's certain bands that Lisaboo Lisa sent over to me that I haven't heard of. So yeah, we sort of like, and this is one of the reasons why I want is to get people in to say, oh, Elle, have you heard? Oh, Elle, Lisa, do you know any? Do you know this band? It's just, oh no, we don't. Then we'll go and check them out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what I want is to discover new bands, new music. Doesn't matter if it's like soft rock, going all the way through like that the prog, the doom, the God. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been discovering a new genre of metal called form metal or
I,
formless metal.
I listened to that song and I actually did. I did a review on it
Yeah,
because I wasn't sure if you were gonna talk about it.
yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah,
okay, if you, yeah,
yeah. I was like, this is like this is the sort of like the beauty of rock and metal. There are so many different genres of rock and metal out there. It is like I said, that's the beauty like of this genre, overall the rock and roll genre. There's so many subgenres. It's everything. It's so many. There's something there for everybody.
yeah,
There's always something there for everybody.
yeah. And that was so fun. Like it was at first, I didn't know if it was a joke. I didn't know,
Oh
and it was like I was like, I didn't know if it was like a kind of a joking thing, and then it was like, okay, listening to it, and it's like, oh, these are actual like artists. These are like this is
yeah,
actual. So it was
yeah,
a kind of a fun. It was like a fun review. So I do have
yeah.
that here if you want to do that next Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
They've just
Oh my
released
goodness.
news. They've just released news song. They've just
Yeah.
released news because plus they've released a teaser trailer for the new album.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, speaking the form metal. Like, at first, when I first saw them on Instagram, I was like, because they cropped up, they sort of
Yeah.
like cropped up in me in the short in the rails. I
Yeah.
was because I was going through. I was like, I was just, but just like I said, I was half asleep at the time, and I was like, what's this? I was like, I was like, uh, I'm also like, I know I'm half asleep, but what's this? I'm sort of like in like limbo type of
A fever
thing here.
dream. Fever dream.
I was like, am I, am I imagining this? But when I sort of like woke up a bit, I sort of like woke up. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I went up to, I was like, okay, and I went over to YouTube. And I was like, oh, this is the real thing. This. I was like, I've got to send this to Lisa. I've got to send this to Lisa. And I was like, Lisa, what do you make of this? I was like, I was like, I was like, but after the initial sort of like thing, after the initial sort of like
Shock.
shock, I was like, right, okay.
I
I
was
was like,
perplexed.
oh, yeah, oh yeah, I was perplexed. I
Oh,
was like, oh, anyway, I sort of like left it, and I woke up the next day, and I was like, right, okay, I need to listen to this properly now. And what, as I'm awake, I was like, oh, like Lisa, I'm like Lisa, oh, it's real, and
it's
it's
real.
they are good musicians. They are proper musicians who
Yeah.
sort of like, and they sort of like they said on the because I checked them out, and it says you've heard Viking metal, you've heard pirate metal,
Yeah.
but are you prepared for farmers metal? And I was like, bring it on. And I was like, I was thinking, farm metal was actually farm metal is actually. I was like, these are good. These are good.
Yeah. Totally different. Totally different. Like it was a different genre. It was like never never heard anything like it, but it's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's like I said, and this is why I love discovering new bands and new genres of rock and metal because you
Yeah.
never know what's going to crop up. You never know what's going to crop up in your feed if you listen to wherever you listen to your music from. You never
Yeah.
know what's going to crop up.
Yeah. And they have humor too. Like they brought humor to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh my god. With the tractor. And being behind the tractor. What did they
yeah,
say? I can't remember what it was like. It's like
yeah,
being
yeah,
behind the tractor. It was- oh my god. I know I have it here.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I know I have it here.
Tractors of
Yeah.
damnation.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
was just like, what
Yeah,
the hell? Yeah.
yeah.
Then you got, oh, then you got Chicken of Chaos,
Yes.
Evil Farm, and like I said, you got the Tractors of Damnation. I was like, oh, I literally I had to subscribe to their YouTube channel and follow them on
Yeah.
Instagram and on their Facebook, and I was just like, I need to know more. I need to know more about this band. I
Oh
need
my
to know
goodness.
that. Uh,
It gave me, oh my goodness, it gave me such joy and such, I was laughing. Oh my God. It was it was too much, but it was so good.
yeah. 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 I was the same, and like I said, it's just like sometimes you just. This is why I love rock and metal because you never know what's going to crop up. You never know what's going to crop up.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
yeah,
of chaos.
yeah, oh god, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
I'll never look at a farm the same way.
You know, especially with like the farmyard animals. It's just like
Oh my.
thinking, I thought Animal Farm was a bit fucking weird. The ordinary version of Orson Welles' version of Animal Farm, and I don't want to get into the other version. That's not for this channel. That's not for this channel. I know this is the 18 plus channel, but I'm not going there.
Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna put Saturday podcast on this for
Yeah,
environmental. Speaking of chaos.
yeah. All joking aside, we might be laughing about it, but Farm Metal is
So
a
good.
hell of a band.
So
Is a
good.
hell of a band. So good. You need to go check them out. That's for basically FA or for metal. They are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. They, well, basically, they are serious musicians, but they do have a bit of fun with what they do, especially within the lyrics of the songs and the song titles. So, yeah, they are, like I said, like all in all serious, go check them out. They are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And you'll get a
Absolutely brilliant.
giggle too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right. So, sort of like moving on to the sort of like gig section of the gig section of the show. Now, as I was at the gig yesterday with Holy Grail, Steph gave me a flyer for what's coming up with Holy Grail. Now, I've got this flyer here called for so I'll get you the QR codes. So there's the QR codes. If you want, I don't know if you can actually scan the QR codes there. So this is what's on. Yeah. So if you want to pause the video for a second to actually get see there for the QR codes. So the 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 bands are on the venue. Well, it's called Got on a Field 4. It's on at the days that it's on. It's a 3-day event. It's on the July 5th, 2024, which is a Friday, and runs through to Sunday, this July 7th, 2024. Um, uh, and the bands are Raven Him. I can't pronounce that. I don't butcher the name. The second one down. High.
Oh, reciprocity.
Yeah,
High
that one.
reciprocity. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got Joe Carley and the Old Dry Skulls. Still Forever. The Meme Punks, as in MEME Punks, not the mean. Then you got the Wattingers, Palindrones, Holy Grail, our good friends Holy Grail, and our good friends Chaos Blake. Those are the bands on for the 3 days. Also, you got 3 DJs as well. DJ Tea Cake, Alex Corvin, and Ultra Fixin. And for more information, go to goaf.uk for more information about tickets and stuff. For the information there. That's GOAF stands for Goths on the Field.uk. So there's the website there. So if you want to go and check it out there, there's the website there. So like I said, pause the video for a second, grab the link, and then go over. So
Cool
yeah,
looking
that's
flyer too.
Yeah, it
It's a
is.
cool
Yeah,
looking flyer.
yeah, it is. That's for next month, July. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, have you got any gigs?
Um, I wanted to mention glow sticks.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing their kick streams. Glow stick GLOSTIK TV on Kick. They've been doing they're trying to get more people into Kick, right? So they can get their I'm not sure what it's called, but they get so they're trying to get more people on Kick. Last night, I don't know if you caught any of it. Last night they did a late night, and they were like, it was so fun, and they were doing like bluegrass. They called it glow brass, glow grass, glow grass. And oh my goodness, it was awesome. They were taking all the songs and doing like it was like bluegrass version, and they had like the washboard, and Ralph was
Yeah.
doing the washboard. It was
Yes.
so
Yeah.
cool. Oh, you gotta watch it. Yeah, it was really fun, and it was acoustic guitar, and they had their friend John, and of course Buddha was there doing his he had his other bass guitar there, so it's so good. And they were, oh my goodness, they even did boogie shoes, bluegrass stuff. It was so good. Oh my goodness, lots of fun. So yeah, go check them out on Kick. It's Glow Stick, even though it looks like Glow Stick, but it's GLOSTIK TV on Kick. But they have one gig in the summer. It's Ohio Dream Fest, June 21st to the 23rd. www.ohiodreamfest.com, and it's at the J&M Ranch in Ansonia, Ohio. So yeah, they have the one gig in Ohio, and there's other bands there too. There's quite a few other bands that are there, but they're playing there, and that's their one main gig for the summer. But yeah, I wanted to mention. Oh my goodness, it was so fun last night. and they were like trying to be quiet because they have that noise ordinance right in their town, so they weren't like, that's why they had the acoustic, and they were like singing, and all of them were like singing different songs, and oh my goodness, it was just hilarious. And Buddha kept saying, Buddha kept saying like, I'm trying to remember now what he was like saying. He was like, smoke out or smoke up or something.
Yeah.
They're telling him to be quiet, and oh my god, it was just so hilarious. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of
Yeah.
fun.
Bear with for Lisaboo. I just need to go to the little boy's room. I'll be
Yeah.
back in a second.
All right, I'll just read some of these other gigs. All right, guys. Yeah, there's a gig here in Alberta at the Lougheed Performing Arts Center. It's Chris and Jeff Dahl as the Blues Brothers. It's I'm a Soul Man. It's a tribute to the Blues Brothers. Uh, yeah, it's Saturday, June 15th. So that's coming up. It's at 7 p.m. And that's at Camrose, Alberta. There's June 15th at the Century Casino and Hotel in Edmonton. Finger 11 is playing from 5 to 10. Coming up here next weekend is the Decimate Metal Fest in the Millet, Alberta at the Agriplex. So many bands: Narcotic Wasteland, The Art of Deception, Aggression, Siren, Tyrant's Demise, Vagon, Under the Mountain Bolt, Calevra, Tymo, Dalmer's Dream, Revolution Engine. So many bands. There's like a whole bunch of different bands. And they're playing this weekend, 7th and 8th, and it's a metal fest at the Millet, Alberta Agriplex. So if you're in around the area, go check it out. It's supposed to be really good. Yeah. So, and let's see here. June 15th, Skillet and Adelaida's Way is playing at the Midway Edmonton. June 26th, North Lane Invent, Animate, Thornhill, and Windtalker playing at the Union Hall in Edmonton. Now, guys, there's a music festival in Alberta at Pigeon Lake. It's coming June 29th to June 30th. The Strumbellas, Loverboy, Default, Serena Ryder, who's awesome, Tom Cochran, and there's so many others, and they're playing at the Pigeon Lake Music Festival. And that's Pigeon Lake here in Alberta. So yeah, and if you're a Gowan fan, I love Gowan. I was to his concert before. Really good artist, really good. He does really well. July 6th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Yeah, go check him out. July 16th, Paul Bear is at the Starlight Room. August 15th, Nazareth is at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Of course, Metallica's playing at the Commonwealth Stadium on August 23rd and the 25th. It's a little bit expensive to go see them, but it'll be a good concert. So if you have the money and you're a Metallica fan, go check them out. So yeah, I hear you back.
Yeah, I'm back. That feels better now. Yeah. I heard you mention Loverboy there.
Yeah.
Good band. I've played them before. Loverboy. Really good band.
Yeah. Pigeon Lake is a little ways away from me, but there's a music festival there, the 29th to June 29th to June 30th. So yeah, it's Tom Cochran is there too. So I really like Tom Cochran. Serena Ryder, another good female singer.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah. So yeah, Loverboy and Tom Cochran and Serena Ryder right there would be worth to
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
go check out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Some good
yeah,
ones there. Some
yeah.
good musicians and bands there. So, speaking of good musicians and bands, what's coming up this week on Project Metal on the channel? So tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. That's let me see. That's oh god. Um, let me see. 3:30 p.m. Canadian time. Eastern Canadian time. I think it's 12:30 Mountain time. Your time, Lisa.
Yep.
12:30.
Yeah.
And if you're going east, that's 9:30 p.m. Romanian time. I will be interviewing the Romanian band Simpress, which is a damn good band, really damn good band. Which was sort of like I think it was Claudio from Awake the Demons who put me onto the band, and they are absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for to actually interview the band. Um, so 7:30 p.m. UK time. I want to be interviewing Simpress, and then on Friday at 9 p.m. UK time, I will be interviewing Carol Bernardo, a brilliant Canadian singer. She's from Nova Scotia. So I've listened to some of her music over on YouTube, and she's absolutely brilliant. And she was like sort of like I came across her uh, from our good friend Njord um, um, uh, Njord Forsell, who is the former guitarist for Pressure. Um, she, from what I've been told by Njord, he's been helping her to get out there and helping her with the music and getting out there with like the doing promo work and stuff like that. And I've checked her out, and she's absolutely brilliant. So can't wait to talk to Carol Bernardo. She's absolutely brilliant. So that's going to be talking to Carol on Friday, this coming Friday at 9 p.m. UK time. So yeah, come set notifications. I've just got to set the interview up on for Friday for Carol. So yeah, so that's what's coming up on the channel. Right, going on to the next segment before we start wrapping things up. Right, you started reading last week, reading the More Feist,
Yeah.
and his book, Prince of Blood. How far are you getting on? I know you were about halfway through last time.
I was just about halfway through. I have the book. I forgot to bring the book downstairs. I'm probably about over half. I'm not exactly sure how far. I got a few chapters in, but yeah.
So I think the last when we last spoke, you there was like a few things. It's sort of like you said it was. It's brutal, but not as brutal as the Empire books. So, what have you sort of like as you read a little bit more? What's your thoughts now about it?
There's a lot of intrigue. Like it's very stuff has happened that other people don't. It's kind of hard to explain. There's stuff that happened that other people they don't know what happened. People don't know the whole what actually happened. So they're thinking that something bad happened that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the thing about being in this at this time, like in this kind of a um, almost how would you put it? Kind
It's
of
sort of like
like that part in time, like in our cultures and stuff. It was almost like Game of Thrones kind of time, like that, where it was like, um, how would you put that, as
there's
far
a
as
lot
like,
of there's a lot of political intrigue, shall we say? A lot of political intrigue. There's a lot of within the Prince of Blood. There's a lot of infighting, uh, government in the governmental infighting, shall we say? There's a struggle for power, sort of like which happens. Doesn't matter what country you're in. There's always political intrigue. There's fighting. There's somebody's trying to like it. It has happened before in history. If you look at history, there's people getting knocked, basically getting unalived in real life history. In doesn't matter which country it is, there's always been people being sort of like unalived. That's the same thing with what's happening in Prince of Blood.
yeah,
I'm not giving too much away, but there's a lot of sort of like political intrigue. The
yeah,
one side's playing something off the other side, and then they try to. It's sort of like, yeah, I'm trying not to give too much away here. So
yeah. And
yeah,
and as far as the time period, they still have to send like people on horses to send messages from um, basically from, I wouldn't say country to country, but from certain parts of of their midkemia to other parts of midkemia, or the um, what do you call it? I forgot the name of it now. Um, where they're at,
oh,
Kesh.
Rakesh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, they have to send people on horseback back um, to their home place, and they can't. It's not like now where you could just pick up the phone and send a message or tell somebody, right? They have to
yeah,
send messengers to, and so this, things take time, right?
yeah,
And yeah, so they actually think that something bad happened that didn't happen, and so yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like sort of like yeah, yeah. there's something happening that not happening, and yeah, I'm trying not to give it away. I'm trying really hard not to give it away because something
That's
happens. Yeah, so
that's what I'm having trouble with, trying to like explain where I'm at. Like, but it's
yeah,
like because because of the time period, and there is no like they do have where they can send birds like
yeah,
pigeons
yeah,
basically
Harry.
to send messages and send people by horse, but or by boat or whatever to send a message, but um yeah, it's not like picking up the phone and saying this happened, this happened, this happened, and you know right away. But um so yeah, there's a lot of like intrigue, there's a lot of suspense, there's a lot of things happening right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
So
yeah, that it has. Um, have you met a certain character yet?
I've met it's hard to know what
Yeah, a
character.
certain. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying his name, the Islami,
I think so.
and a certain older gentleman called Gouda.
I'm not sure.
He was a former mercenary, sort of like
I don't think I'm at
yeah.
that part yet. I don't think I'm at that part yet. If I, yeah,
Ooh.
I, it,
I
I,
say I say his name, Nico the Islami, who knows a few tricks. He's an interesting character, shall we say? And yeah, I wouldn't say what screw it. He becomes an integral part of the storyline. That's all I'm saying.
okay. Because the part I'm at right now, Erland, which is one of the princes, they they got to they got to uh, the palace,
Yeah,
um, and it's just they had just gotten to the palace, um, so that's the part I'm at right now. And
yeah,
they were showing quite a bit of the um, royal blood, like the trying to remember what they call it though. It's like the royal blood, the
true,
pure blood.
yeah, true
Yeah,
blood.
yeah, true blood. Um, they were going through like, okay, this is the princess, this is the prince, this is, and they were talking about the strife and stuff like that. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm trying not to give too much away. But yeah, there's like I said, there's a few characters there who's like becomes sort of like integral parts to the storyline that runs throughout the storyline of all the books. So yeah, it's with like with the Prince of Blood. It's the same with like when you do read the Crondor books when they do come. Um, they sort of like each book always adds sort of like new characters, and some of them are thinking, yeah, it's like sort of like the sort of like oh integral to that story. in that particular book that you're reading, but there's characters that are integral part to the following stories, the following books, and
Yeah.
Nekar the Islani, he he becomes sort of like becomes an integral part to like the following.
Is
Um,
that
the,
the young the young man that was with Boric? Was that him?
no,
Okay, because he seems like a very interesting character. His character seems very interesting.
yeah, considering Nekar the Islani is round about 500 years old. So
Ah, okay.
I'm not saying what he is. I'm not saying who
I
he is.
think that kind of, yeah, but okay. Now I really wanna. How many like just zooming through?
Uh, the uh, the young kid with Boric. Um, he's just a street urchin from Durban.
Yeah, he's a cool kind of character.
Yeah,
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 just the way about him is like young lord. He'd say. I can
yeah,
just hear his voice in my head going,
yeah,
young lord.
yeah. He's yeah. He's sort of like he. I can't think of his name at the minute because it's been a while since I read it. But he's just a young kid from Durban. So I'm not saying what Durban is. You got to read the books to actually understand what yeah
Yeah,
what Durban is. So yeah, because Durban is mentioned quite a few times in the books. So you got
yeah, yeah,
yeah and yeah there's like I said like we said it's like there's a lot of political intrigue, a lot of political intrigue,
yeah.
and yeah so hey up hey up there chat. I see you looking there. By all means, by all means, yes, you can say hello. You know, we don't bite much, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Rewatch the stream. To if you want to listen to our thoughts on the bands that we featured today, and all the links to the bands are down below. If you want to watch the videos and stuff like that. So yeah, hey up, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. And yeah, so yeah, are you looking forward to finishing the book?
I already have the next one in my cart ready to.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's
So yeah.
yeah,
So the answer is yes.
King's Buccaneer. Now, now, speaking of the King's Buccaneer, now I have to give you the warning.
Okay.
I do have to give you the warning. In parts of this book is brutal. So for anybody who's got certain, um, if you get triggered by certain things, please be aware when you sort of like, I do not do this lightly. There are certain things, especially with the Feist books. Lisa can attest to this because she's been reading them. There are certain books within the world of Feist that tackle certain subjects that can trigger a few things in people. So it's like she's just getting off. She's just finished reading the Empire books, and certain parts of those books were distressing.
Well,
But like I said,
yeah,
yeah,
there is DV and SA
yeah,
in them, and like we talked about before, as someone that has gone through that, it can be hard to get through, but you can skip ahead if it's too difficult. Um, I kind of took a break and then forged ahead, but for those of you that find it too difficult, you can skip ahead, and it doesn't impact um, your enjoyment of the. It just kind of lets you know what the character has gone through. It's part of her character development of what she's gone through and what she's overcome, which is,
yeah,
I mean, in the long run, knowing that about Mara, we're talking about the Empire books, and if you read them, you'll get to know who Mara is. Um, but you realize how strong of a character she is, and that she's overcome, SA, DV, um, and for anybody that doesn't understand, we can't say the words. YouTube will flag those words, so that's
yeah.
why we
Code words.
have to use yeah we have to use
Yeah,
those terms. So, but yes, they may not be the right books for you if you are someone that has recently gone through, or someone that finds themselves in a spot where that's part of your life. You may not want to read the book, just as a obligatory disclaimer. you
yeah,
know
yeah,
um it's nothing funny about it. It's just, that's my, like, I'll laugh because that's how I deal with a lot of stuff, right? It'll be like the humor part of it. But yeah, that may not be the book for you, but you can skip ahead
yeah.
if need be.
There's, yeah, yeah. You might not want to. If you do read the books, you might not read those parts of those books, but you sort of like if you do skip it, you can get the general idea of what's went on, and you sort of like, okay, fair enough, I can skip that, but I know roughly what's going on because you do sort of like, that's the thing with especially with the Empire books, um, especially with the Empire books, you sort of like do uh, Feist and Wirtz, who actually wrote the books, sort of like done it tastefully, and I wouldn't say sort of like they sort of like shone a light on the situations that Morrow was in, and uh,
It's
they did
not
it taste,
graphic. It's not a
yeah,
graphic telling
yeah,
of what she went through at all. He was very uh, considerate in his writing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, yeah, very considerate. Done, it was done tastefully, and it sort of like shows, like it's like more like Lisaboo there said there. It was like it's sort of like Mara was. It shows Mara. It shows Mara in a light where she's a strong woman. She got past it. She came to terms with it and moved on and sort of like made who she was at the end
yeah,
of the day. At the end of the day, and it's like, yeah, it's yeah. Like I said, it every time that Lisa goes through, I always say, because I've read the books,
Yeah.
so I sort of like say, look, Lisa, this is the next book is going to be this sort of like certain things going to be cropping up,
Yeah.
and I want to sort of like prepare her to say, right, this is certain points in the book is going to sort of like might might trigger, and that's why I say, right, okay, I need to warn people about certain books, certain parts of the books, and it's like with the King's Buccaneer, there are certain things within the book that's going to be saying, hang on, because within the King's Buccaneer, there is certain part of, I think it's about the third or fourth chapter in. One of the characters was sent off. I'm not going to say too much. It's going to be sent off, and it's going to be a certain situation that it's a bit like the Crondor books with not the Crondor books, the Empire books, where it deals with unaliving, kidnap, essay, the R word, and a few others, few other things. So be careful.
There was one part in Prince of the Blood that had the R word and essay.
Yeah.
It's not like a huge part of it, but it is in part of it where with Boric and what happened to Boric. So yeah, there is that part there too that people need to be aware of. But I mean, you can get through, like, it's just a small part, but it is there. Just so people know. So yeah.
Yeah. It's that's the thing that I've now, like I said, it's been a while since I read the Prince of Blood and the King's Buccaneer. It's like with the King's Buccaneer, it's sort of like it's more of, well, it starts out as a coming of age story, a bit like the Prince of Blood. It's the King's Buccaneer is sort of like coming of age, revenge, and discovery. So it's coming of age, revenge, discovery, and just I thought of the word there, and it was the fourth part. I just thought it just went straight in my mind, and it's also.
I can tell you're getting tired. I can tell you're getting tired.
Yeah, so I'm alright at the minute, like, but I will need to start wrapping things up a little bit. But it's King's Buccaneer.
But I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to finishing this one and going on to the next.
But like I said, when you do get onto the King's Buccaneer, be careful. And if you guys out there, if you're wanting to read the books, just be careful. There are certain parts of these books that deal with some heavy duty stuff. Heavy duty stuff. So be careful. But it's like I said, like we've been saying, it's been done tastefully, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If it's been done tastefully, it's not. I have read some other authors that they just put this type of stuff in just for the just for the just for the hell of it, and it's just like he
Yeah.
says, you know what, screw this, and it's just like right, like do
Yeah.
two this.
Yeah. And there are those people that get off on that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? The shock value, um, that sort of stuff is to them,
yeah,
it's a,
yeah,
yeah. So anyway, yeah.
yeah. It's when within the if you sort of like take Lisa would say about the with the Empire books, the people around Mora wanted to basically wanted to basically do certain things, but Mora stopped them. And I says, "I'll handle it," and she did. But
Yeah.
there were certain people that are close to Mora, literally wanted to do certain things, literally certain things, and he just says, "No, no, no, you don't. I'll handle it. I'll sort it out," and she did, and she did.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, she got her sweet revenge.
And
She
then
got
and
her.
then some.
Oh
And then
yes,
some.
she got her revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It might have taken it. It might have taken her a bit of time, but she got her revenge. Sweet, sweet, and she loved it. Like she didn't show it, but she loved every second of it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Isn't that an old saying that revenge is a dish best served cold?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. And this is one of the reasons why she became the mistress of the empire.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was put this way: she was soft, tender, loving to the people who actually loved her in return. But she was a cold-hearted bitch when she wanted to be.
Yeah. 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 It was that yin yang thing
Oh yeah,
when she had to be.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She, if you sort of like read between the lines when they're saying she didn't want her to be, she did not want to be a cold-hearted bitch, but there were times where she had to be.
Yeah. Well, it was survival. It was
Yeah,
survival for her. So
yeah,
yeah.
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 So
And life, that's what it comes down to, right?
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's like with there's certain parts of the book there that were oh God, when she first took over the mantle of the Akoma, after she found out that her father and brother got brutally murdered, like sent to the deaths, shall we say. It and there was only 40 to
35.
50, yeah, 35, that's
35.
what 35 warriors left on the Akoma estates. And people thought, oh, the Akoma forces have been wiped out. But what people didn't realise is, yeah, there might have been 35 warriors left, all banged up and cut to shreds and everything, bandaged up. But what they didn't realise is it's the household staff, the house staff, running out with every single possible weapon they could actually grab their hands up, pick up. They went out and they showed them, put it that way. That's how much the coma staff was loved Mara.
Yeah. Yeah. They had, it was all about heart. It was the heart of it, right? And
Yeah.
and she, that showed right there what she was all about, and that she could have people gather around her like that. That's the kind of person she was. So
Yeah.
I still even call her a person, even though she's a fictional character. But in my mind, it's like that's how much these books really get into your head and get into, become part of you.
Yeah, that's the thing with like Feist. He paints a picture that literally drags you in, kicking and screaming, and you literally care for these characters, especially the character Mara.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's and this is one of the reasons why Raymond E Feist is the my favorite author of all time. He, like you said, he paints. He doesn't matter how insignificant the character is. He sort of like brings that character to life, and you sort of like thinking, that's a cool character. That's a cool character. What's going to happen to that character? What's that character going to do? You know what I mean, within that story type of thing. Take that young in what the book that you read now, the Prince of Blood, the little kid with Boric. He's a cool little character.
Yeah. Yeah. I started to like kind of cheer for him. Uh, yeah, even though he's just this little character, it's like you start to like him, and so yeah. uh, I hope, I just hope, I'm enjoying it, and yeah, I'll keep reading on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like I said. It's like within the I'm trying to like turn it away from like the Empire books because I know it's difficult, especially with like the certain things in those books. But I'm trying to turn it away to the more to the happier happier parts of the books. Yeah, it's like within the Prince of Blood. There's some characters there in that book that you just like. It was just like thinking, it might be like dealing with like some serious stuff within the book, where especially with like the political intrigue. But there's certain characters there, you just I think, what the hell's going on? This is you start like sort of like you start laughing at some of these characters and what they get up to.
Yeah.
Like the actual dialogue between these characters, the banter of these characters, you just like thinking, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
take, take a look at, I can't think of his name. Like I said, it's been a while since I read but I still remember I still know the main plot points. Um, I still can't remember. It's the little kid and Boric. Some of the discussions of what they have is funny as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why
It's
I thought he was kind of a cool little dude, because he just the way he even though he's scared, he'll like all of a sudden he'll like do it for him, because even though he's so scared, and it's like you just see him like this little meek little mouse, and then all of a sudden he becomes this like big rat or something, and we off he goes. You know, I just see him as this little meek character, and then all of a sudden it's like he gets tough or something, and then he just does it for him because it's just cute.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, and I can't wait for you to meet Nico properly within this book. It's well put it this way, he's going to make you laugh. Put it out there. He's literally going to well put it this way, every inch of your body is going to hurt with laughing.
Hmm. Well, I look forward to that then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially when Gouda comes in and he start because the banter between them two, or same with the banter between Nico and Boric as well. So yeah, it's you're gonna say what the hell's going on? You're thinking you got all this kicking off around you, and you're just like thinking, and these three is just like, what the hell? Yeah, you're just saying, what the hell? They're thinking, what are they on about? And all this is going on around, all this stuff that's going around them. He's just like thinking, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I look forward to finishing this one and then getting on to the next one, and so on and so forth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, once you start, like I said, once you start Kingdom of King's Buccaneer, um, be careful. Literally, be careful, because there's certain things in that book you just like thinking, oh shit, what the hell?
Yeah.
You should have. So I'm just giving you sort of like fair warning,
Yep.
fair warning. So
I know where you are.
yeah. So,
What have you
uh,
gotten me into?
yeah.
I'm
So
kidding. I wouldn't do that.
I know, I know. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like I said, I've just given you fair warning. So
I
when
know.
I'm just sort of like giving you some time to sort of like, right, okay, there's certain.
Prepare.
I'm looking, yeah, getting, yeah. So I don't want you to say, oh, because I don't want to get screamed at. And I was like, yeah,
I
if you know, like,
no, I wouldn't do that. You know that.
yeah. So I'm just getting you sort of like say, right, okay, this is the place where I need to sort of like, prepare myself for.
Yeah.
So,
Aye, aye, Captain.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, well, I won't touch the Serpent War saga just yet because you haven't started reading the King's Book in here yet because this because the Prince of Blood and the King's Book in here sets up the Serpent War saga. So so if I tell you offline before we get to when you get to the Certain War saga because oh, that's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with in the
Yeah.
Certain War saga.
Yeah. You kind of mentioned it a little bit. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So anyway, guys, we're getting off with right. Just went over 2 hours 40. So we need to start wrapping things up. We need to start wrapping things up.
Yeah.
So, guys, end of stream grift. If you got this far, smash the subscribe, spank the like button. We do like a good spanking around here. So especially of the like, and share and comment down below, and because if you're in a band, say, "Oi, Lisaboo, check us out," and we will. Or if you sort of like know of a band that we might be interested in, same again down below. Say, oi, Lisaboo, check this band out. You might actually like them. So yeah, and for the replay crew, hey up, dudes, how you doing? So yeah, hello, we love you and everything. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good jazz. And and check out Lisa Boo's store over on Etsy, which is Boo the Bell X Studio. So yeah, she's got some amazing stuff over there. And and check all the bands out as well, and let us know what you think. So, Lisa Boo, any final words?
The usual. Tell the people that you love them. Give them hugs and kisses and all that good stuff. Because we don't know how much time we have left in this world, and we have to show how we feel. Um, and if you're gonna go out and drink, please don't drink and drive. Get a cab, get a whatever, call a friend, get a hotel, stay with friends, whatever you got to do. Just don't drink and drive.
Oh yeah, oh yes. Because if you do, it's a dick move. It's a full-on dick move. But the reason why we keep saying this is we've seen too much crap in our lives to actually, we've seen too much destruction of drinking and driving. So yeah, don't drink, don't do it. Just not, it's not worth it at all. And like Isabel said there, get a bus, taxi, train, metro, whatever it is, whatever it is you need to do, but don't drink and drive. It's not worth it at all. So yeah, that's our little PSA for everybody. So yeah, so so don't forget tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. UK time, I will be interviewing the band Simfres from Romania. They are absolutely amazing band. And then on Friday, I'm going to be interviewing Carol Bernardo from Nova Scotia in Scotland. Scotland. Nova Scotia is in Canada. I caught myself there.
I
So
think they call it Little Scotia too, like Little Scotland. So
yeah,
that's yeah.
yeah. Like Nova Scotia is New Scotland
Yeah.
or something like that. It's in Latin for Scotia is Scotland, and I think Nova is new. I think
Yeah.
something. So yeah, Carol Bernero over on this Friday at 9 p.m. UK time. She's from Nova Scotia in Canada. So looking forward to them. So, anyways, guys, it's getting on for getting on for nearly midnight here in the UK. So we're going to be wrapping things up. So until next time, guys. Bye.